Good morning. What a beautiful, windy morning it is. I'm Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI Morning Show Live here with co-host Everette, aka Mr. E. How are you?
And a pleasant good morning to you, and thank you so very, very much for that great intro. Just gonna let you know that it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be my neighbor?
Yes, let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and hello, TikTok. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
You promise?
I promise. Make sure you go to all our platforms. Make sure you go to YouTube, especially because there's the newest one at FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. You can always go to Crystal Records One, Ciara, ISTO Records One. And all those that are not on TikTok or followers, make sure you go to Y Hinton, YHINTON, the letter YHINTON. Make sure you follow us, and I've been following you all back. So we look forward to having more you all on. We want to reach more folk. And we just want to thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you so much for your support. Mr. E, how was your weekend?
What a wonderful weekend! I had a great weekend. I kicked the dog, cleaned the fish, throw the cat up in the tree, and no, I didn't do none of that. I had a great weekend. I did a little work here, a little work there. I had a little tree that's in a bush that was in my yard, in the front yard, that I was really not happy with the way it was growing because it was hard to shape. I dug that up. And that was the weekend.
Work,
I
work, work, work. Did you look at the Oscars?
I looked at the Oscars, and the Oscars was off the chain. I want to say my hat's off to center. My hat's off
Oh
to
my
center.
goodness, yes.
What a wonderful performance that they did. They put together for center. I thought it was the greatest, and it was, a mixture of culture, a great
Yes.
culture move, and it had some of this, some of that, some of everybody in that culture move.
We want to say good morning to Slim Overton. So many of you all are chiming in here on TikTok. Oh, wow. Dr. Former. Who else? So many guys up here, so many people up here. Anyway, hearts and love to you guys. Thank you for joining us. I got to see a little bit of the Oscars, Missy. It was a pleasant surprise that Oscar going to Sinners. Uh, Michael B. Jordan was just like, he was so happily nervous. It was just beautiful. His mother was there, and so many people won. There are some movies, though, Mr. E, that I have to see that I have not. And I would love to, just kind of like enjoy because, when you win an Oscar, it's big. This is big. The movies have to really be good, done in excellence, and the money that's put into those movies are tremendous.
And not only is the money that they put into the movies that was tremendous, but the authors and the playwrights. And
Yes.
congratulations to a young African American sister who won the best, was it the best music or best, I think
Was it choreography or music?
it was choreography.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she did a wonderful job on that. And I want to say
Yes.
my hats off. And to the lady that was 70 some years old, they said that was the oldest Oscar winners. And the host did a wonderful job. I looked at the host, and I liked some of the guys' movies. So,
Yes.
they did a great job.
They were clean too, Misty. They
That's
were
right.
they were they was they were clean. That's all I can say. It
I
was really
mean,
nice.
then I saw our boy said, sail on.
Yes. But
Uh,
it's a more of a laid back uh, award show. It's exciting, but it's laid back. Everybody's clean, and everybody anticipates winning. It's something you really have to be into it because I don't look at it all the time, but I did make sure I got a chance to look at some of the Oscars and some of the highlights. So anyway, Mr. E, this is a beautiful day. You know, those that are within Virginia, Hampton Roads, we and above, we've got to make sure we stay safe because they're talking about some treacherous weather, winds possibly in some areas 70 miles per hour, maybe not necessarily in our spot, but you know, surrounding us and above us, they're talking about some treacherous
They
wind.
said rain. They said rainy conditions expected around about 12 noon, with wind gusting up to 35, 34 miles an hour, making the temperature feel like it's 62 degrees. So about 12 o'clock, you can expect some real nasty 95% chance of rain today and 40% chance of rain tomorrow.
Absolutely. Good morning, Kimberly. How are you? And Jay, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, this is our Mondays
Sports
sports talk.
what?
So, but before we do, Mr. E, you know, we are still celebrating International Women's Month. I want to mention that to our ladies, continue to keep lifting one another up. I still see a lot of great productions, great things going on, a lot of information for women, a lot of things that just give tribute to the things that women have achieved and accomplished. We are, with our sports talk, covering our NBA, but I just wanted to mention our WNBA, Mr. E, and the National Women's National Basketball Association. We want to give props to those ladies. We will be covering some of their games and things like that eventually. But I just wanted to say the WNBA, when it was founded, is the top women's professional basketball league in the United States. The league was officially formed on April 24th, 1996 by the NBA. By the NBA, that's sweet.
That's right.
Aiming to create a platform for women in the professional basketball space. The inaugural session commenced on June 21, 1997.
That's right.
That is marvelous.
And you know that the National Basketball Women's Association, they're getting ready to have their playoff.
Yes.
They're getting ready to have the brackets. I looked for the brackets, but I couldn't find the brackets for the women. You know, they're not yet playing in the playoff. But you know, you got the college women bracket coming up
Yes.
also. When you look at the NCAA women's bracket, you'll find that there's Fort Worth, there's Sacramento, one, two, three, four, Fort Worth, three.
Elder G, which is
You
left here.
you find that there is a whole lot of women NCAA 2026 bracket. You
Yes.
got you got in the bracket so far. You got um, on March the 21st. You got Connecticut in the bracket. Then you got Chapel Hill, North Carolina in the bracket. Then you got Columbus, Ohio in the bracket. Nashville, Tennessee is in the bracket. Columbia, South Carolina is in the bracket. Norman, Oklahoma, Fort Worth, Texas, and Iowa are in the bracket for the Fort Worth and Sacramento 1 and 4 side.
Absolutely. I want to say good morning to our friend Anita Blow. I hope you're doing fine. Say something in the chat for us. Also, honestly underscore Fran, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for your support. You all make sure you make a comment or something when we acknowledge your name. You know, sometimes on TikTok the names go so fast, but I want to try to get your your chat in the chat. Okay. So anyway, Mr. E, yeah, I wanted to mention the MEAC. Howard University beat NSU, and I'm mentioning it because I had a few people talking to me about it, and they rah for NSU. They went to NSU, and they were really upset that the fact that NSU did not. Uh, beat Howard University women. And it was just the game was 153 to 46, and we just want to Rah rah to all those that participate. Now, Mr. E, how come you don't go to the MEAC?
You know, when you look at the MEAC, when you look at the MEAC, you know, it's I look at it and said, what is Norfolk State going to do? When I looked at the MEAC game and I looked at Norfolk State's record, I said to myself, wow, uh, why is, why is they losing like they doing, Um, and you hit the nail right on the head. It's no rah rah. It's the camaraderie is there. There's a lot of people that came from out of town just to see the
Yes.
BIAC, just to go to the BIAC. But I know that this year they were disappointed this year for the BIAC with Norfolk
Absolutely.
State.
Mr. E, I'm gonna put that on my bucket list. I have to go. You know, year after year, it comes and goes, but I want that experience at least once to be able to enjoy those games right here in our own backyard. I want to mention another team, and this is a high school team, Manor High School, uh, Portsmouth girls basketball team. They won the championship. They beat Salem High School. And I'm mentioning this again. I had quite a few people have a discussion with me about this particular game because Mana, by the hair of their chinny chin chin, Mr. E, they were able to be able to participate in this particular game. They had
Right.
some drama because there was a young lady who they disqualified because they thought she had failed to go through the right protocol, that she was ineligible, an ineligible player. And they had to take it to court. So
That's
they
right.
took it to court, and Mr. E, they definitely won it back where they could go in and play this particular this game. And they came through. Manor High School beat Salem High School 43-40.
And that's wonderful. And I want to say hats off to the coach over at Manor High. We had
Yes,
him on our show one time before, and I want to say congratulations to you being able to y'all pulling it through, pulling it through, pulling it through. You know, they are watching these games close. They're watching every game. You can say whether it be women or young girls or boys or girls, but
yes.
they're watching these ball games very close because they're looking at everything that could happen, would happen, so that you can be qualified and you can be disqualified. So
Absolutely.
congratulations to them.
All right. So look, Mr. E, it's the NBA time. I know you got some numbers for us this week. Great games. What are some of the numbers? Who are
You
the
know,
winners? Who
I
are the
begin
losers?
I begin to look at some of these NBA games. I mean, we're getting down to the wire. They get down to that March Madness and to that NBA March Madness bracket. You
Yes.
know, teams like the Thunder's playing the Timberwolves. The Thunder, and I believe that right now, if you look at the bracket, my OKC is on top.
Okay, Mr. E. Okay, see, what can you say? They on fire.
They got a record. I got to give it to them. They got a record of 53. They won 53 games and lost 15.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
what that 78, 68 games that they have played out of 68 games, they only lost 15 games. But when you look at the Timberwolf, they played against the Timberwolf, and the score was 116 to 103. I'm gonna tell
Absolutely.
you a barn burner that really got me on the edge of my seat on yesterday was the Nuggets against the Lakers.
Yes.
I saw that and I said to myself, what a game! What a game! And uh,
What was
uh,
the score?
the Nuggets played against the Lakers, and the score. If you had saw that, my boy, what's his name? Uh, uh, that my boy Kovacic. The score was 127 to 125. They
Ooh,
beat the Lakers beat the Nuggets in the final overtime. It was
That is amazing.
it was an overtime, but look at the records. The Nuggets are 41-27, and the Lakers are 42-25.
Not bad.
Not bad, but when it gets down to the playoff, they might as well get ready to go and play some basketball. And that was on March the 14th. That was on March the 14th. But I'm looking at March the now going to March the 16th, 15th with the Timberwolves and OKC.
Yes.
Then you had the Cavalier Mavericks played against the Cavaliers played against the Dallas Mavericks, and the score was 130-120. Then the Raptors played against the Detroit Pistons. Now, Detroit Pistons supposed to be one of the great teams. They are 48-19, lost to a 38-29 team, and the score was 119-108. Then the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Indiana Pacers at 134-123. Then the 76ers beat
Yes.
Portland Trail Blazers 109-103. Then the Warriors,
Yes.
oh my God, the Knicks beat them by 3 points, 110-107.
What
When
is
you
the next season like this year?
the next season, they are a 44-25. So
Uh-huh.
Detroit is doing a wonderful game. It's they're turning it around so that they can go ahead and be in the playoff. They got some great players that guy by the name of Benson uh,
Hmm.
for the Knicks, but the Knicks are turning to be an old bully team. They are
Oh,
what they
you
call
think so?
I believe so that they have become bad boys again. Because Detroit Nick used to be a bad boy team one time before. So now they're becoming a bad boy team again, because you can bet your bottom dollar that there is going to be a fight in that air.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
when you look at Damon Green and against Bronson, you'll find that there was a scrap in that place because Damon Green couldn't go over there and talk that smack like he did one time before.
You know, Bronson is just on fire all the time. He always brings the energy. I love seeing him play. I don't think you just can come up to him, like he's gonna back down. He
That's
he
right.
looked like
That's
he's
right.
ready for a fight.
That's right. I call them short people. There was a song back in the day about short people has no time. But when I look around and see him playing, he's got a lot. He's got a whole lot to pull to prove as to
Yes,
being a god.
yes,
A little god, a god that's playing there, but he's a short god, but he's full of power.
he
Now,
really is.
when they played against the Warriors, Damon Green could not get off like he want to, you know, because they had his number. They had him already checked out, ready to go, and waiting for him to act ugly. So my hat's off to this NBA as they get down to the bracket. Now, this is the time of basketball I do like when they get down to the
Absolutely.
real nitty gritty. But when they're playing them 100 and other games, I couldn't sit there and taste it because they was not playing basketball the way I like to see basketball playing. But coming up on the 16th, which is tonight, you got some basketball games coming on tonight. The Magic's playing against the Hawks, the Warriors against the Wizards, the Trailblazers against the Knicks, the Suns against the Celtics, the Grizzlies against Buffalo, and the Lakers against the Rockets.
Wow. Any predictions?
Well, I can give you some prediction. Let me give you one more. Starting with the Clippers against the Spurs. Well, the Spurs going to beat them. San
Oh,
Antonio Spurs going to
all
beat
right. Now,
um,
can you tell me what their season is like so
the
far, the
Spurs
Spurs?
season is a 49 and 8
Okay.
and 18. So they're doing
Ooh,
real
they're
good.
doing good.
But the Clippers are 34-33.
Who's kind of toe to toe with OKC?
Well, that's another. The Spurs is kind of toe to toe with OKC.
Okay. So we
When you
shall.
look at OKC, you're looking at someone who jumped out there, and the Celtics is closer to them also.
Are you surprised about the Celtics? They've already always had that brand, always had that name.
No, I'm not surprised with the Celtics because the Celtics, all like you said,
Mhm.
always had a brand, always
Yes.
had a team that would come out and do what they supposed to do. Because Jalen Brown, they got people on the Celtics that's stepping up to the game. When you look at the Celtics back in the day, you had Danny Ainge, you had Pete Carabas, uh, um, uh, you had a whole lot. DJ Johnson, Dennis
Yes.
Johnson. You had a whole lot of people that would play ball. If one get hurt, the other ones would step up. They had a variety of forward centers, and when Larry Bird played against the Celtics, Larry Bird, Danny Ainge, uh, um, uh, DJ James. They played Dennis Johnson. Them are three of the power packers out front. But you had Pierce and you had McHale, the
Yes.
starting five right there for the Boston Celtics would pull it through, would pull you through, and you didn't have to worry about too much of anything. When one fell down, they would bring Danny Ainge in there. He would start hitting. So I'm looking for the Boston Celtics to make a debut, to make a
Wow.
run, to take it back because they got AJ Brown. They got AJ Brown who's playing off the Richter scale, playing good basketball.
But
But
Steve, what about the Bulls? Are you kind of following them this season?
well, the Chicago Bulls, they got a lot to do. They got a lot to work to do. They're 27 and
Oh
40,
goodness.
so they
Yeah.
got a lot to work to do at the Chicago Bulls. They need another. They need another Dennis Rodman. They
Okay.
need another bad boy because Chicago used to have Pittman and Michael
Yes.
Jordan, and they had Dennis Rodman. That was your
Yes.
three right there. And when you start a mixing and don't have that, I really think now, Miss Hinton, that the basketball games are really turning back around. They're getting ready to turn back to be bad boys experience. They're getting ready to turn around to be rough and tough. That's basketball. You just can't, and that's why the 7 footers and the 7 4 footers they're outside playing out as guards. They gonna
Uh-huh.
bring them boys back in because there's too much banging going on with little people underneath the bucket. You know,
But
so that the
underneath the bucket to me seems a little bit chaotic at times.
that's
You
it.
know.
You just can't get underneath the bucket and expect to make an easy shot. Now,
Yes.
so and I'm glad that the big boys are really trying to get out, stepping out to behind the top of the key and shooting 3 pointers because when they stay where they're at, they're gonna get beat down. You take somebody like Watombo and put him in underneath the bucket and his little skinny frame, his little rail frame, and them bodies banging on him, banging on him, banging on him, and then that lead. But you're cutting out people like Fox
Mm-hmm.
and AJ Brown, who's a guard and that can and Bronson, who's a guard that can
Yes.
jump up and shoot. They got to make their majority of their points as layups and going into the basket.
Absolutely.
When you look at the boys from OKC, they are great guys. They're playing from the top of the key. They're playing and they're hitting 3 pointers. And I like that because if you can't get two, bring them out because three is greater than two.
They are very excited about how they're playing, the energy that they have, and then the camaraderie between players. It's good to see. It's just, you could tell it's a team effort, Mr. E, when it comes to OKC. I think maybe that may be one of the things that keep them on top. They really are into one another. Like I said, team players, the energy, the excitement, and I mean, they're just so hyped about where they are. They know they've been there before. They are champions, and they're just keeping that thing going. They bring the excitement to the game.
That's right, and that's what I like about when you playing that basketball. Now I can't wait. I can't wait for the brackets to come out.
Hmm.
I can't wait for the playoffs. Because that's where you see the best of the best in the playoffs. I can't wait to see what the Lakers going to do.
Yes,
I am I'm not in denial because I know Golden State Warriors. They
yes,
don't have nobody to be there with them. You got Corey and all them. They're banging at a 32-5. They might be a seven in seventh
Mhm.
place, but they might make it by the skin of their teeth, and hoping that Corey will get back. But
Yeah,
see,
what's going on with Curry? Is he still? What's going on? What's
I believe that he's been in the league for 17 years, and he's got a little tendonitis. But I
okay?
believe that what he is doing is he wants another ring, but he wants to go out with the big boys. He wants to go out with
Yes.
what's his name? Overrated. He plays with it's James. He want to go out with James. So he's overrated. I can't even call his name, but his name is James. They call him the King. Um, I saw a little information on when they promoted him the other day. He got written in a tattoo on his back, "Chosen One." I started.
Oh,
I
who are you
started.
talking about? Are you talking about our friend over at the Lakers?
That's right. Our friend over the Lakers, LeBron James. Bron is daddy. Um,
Mr. E, you got to give LeBron his props. I keep telling you. Good morning, Gabby. How are you? Mr. E, you got to give LeBron's his props. You know
I
he's a
think. I think.
champion. He paid the cost to be the boss now.
Listen, he got a tattoo. He got a tattoo on his back that says "Chosen One." Chosen.
You got to give him his props.
I
But
like
anyway, look, we love them, all these
you.
guys
Love him.
that back in the day, we love them now. But we're ready for some new blood to bring new excitement. Just like with the WNBA, they brought in Reese and all those, Caitlin and all them, and it just took the WNBA to another height, Mr. E. They brought the boys to the yard, the girls to the yard. We want that for the NBA. We love
That's
who's
right.
playing now, but it's time for some fresh, new blood where it could take even the NBA to another
You
now.
listen to FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Sports Talk. My God, what a powerful segment this may be just for you, for them. We're getting down to the wires. Don't
Yes.
forget tomorrow is St. Patty Day, St. Patrick's Day. If you see somebody out there not wearing green, make sure you pinch them. For more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Be back in a few.
All right. Thank you, Mr. E. Mr. E has to run. Mr. E has meetings and things like that. And so he may try to get back with us, maybe not. We will see. But if not, we'll see him back here on Wednesday for men's issue segment. Bridget, hello. How are you over here? Is that Vanessa? Um, Good morning, Indy. INDYYY. Good morning. So glad to see you all. Where are you from? Let me know in the chat where you all are from. But anyway, I hope you all are following the NBA, the WNBA, and some of the college teams as well. Over here on Instagram, we have ITZ_SURU _RABARI _18. Also DHIRAJDAS 260. How are you all? Sheila Robson over there on Facebook Live. Mark Howard may be over there as well. You all make sure you say something in the chat so we can acknowledge you and give you a love today. But anyway, we love sports talk. We're going to actually have this segment on our FYI After Dark replay on this evening. So if you want to see it again, or if you want to let your friends know about it, we shall see you later on this evening at 6:00 p.m. I'm going to give you some upcoming shows. We have coming on this Friday, and I think I told you all last week about our special guest coming on On Friday, we have Darlene Washington Sparks, Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless, talking about homeless. We're going to specifically, since this is National Women's Month, talk about homelessness and women. And yes, there are women that are out here homeless. They're living in cars. They're living all over the place. They're living, some of them living under bridges. Some of them living from place to place in tents. You would be surprised, some of you, that how people survive and how women survive homeless. Usually, when there's a homeless woman, usually sometimes there are homeless children that go along with them. I have a relative who's in the school system, and some of the children do come from the shelters. Yes, they do. They come from the shelters. They don't have a home, but they have to be in school. Don't you know that some homeless people work as well? So some of them have jobs, but they don't have a home. Some of them live in cars. Some of them just live wherever they can right now while times are hard. We'll have Jason Baker on the 25th coming up, and that's for our cryptocurrency, money, and more segment. Looking forward to that. You all want to know more about Bitcoins and all that kind of stuff, investing in cryptocurrency, where it's going, where it is. You know, is it going to be the thing that replaces our money? Let's find out. Jason Baker is going to bring information and his perspective and some of the things that's going on with cryptocurrency as far as the law is concerned. So please tune in to that show on the 25th. We'll continue with our International Women's Month segment. And also coming up on this Wednesday, we're going to be talking about tax fraud. We know we are in the tax season. Hope you all are filling out your taxes. I encourage you all to make sure you get it done early, get it in. And we'll be talking about tax fraud and why it's necessary and why you should get those taxes filled out as soon as possible. When they say it's tax season, boom, get it done. Get it done. And we're going to also encourage those that don't want to do their taxes or afraid or ashamed, to go ahead, because sometimes when you don't fill out your taxes in the long run, when you want certain things, I know a young lady who never filled out her taxes. Then she wanted to go and buy a home. And it was like, now, wait a minute. When you go and buy your home, you know what the bank, they want to see taxes. They want to see where your last, few years of taxes, how you've done it and your credit and all that kind of stuff. Have you paid taxes? They want to see all that. So she had to get those things up and done. She had to go back and do all this work to come up with her taxes. She had to fill her taxes out in order to get this particular house. So do it now. We'll encourage you all on those segments as well. Coming up this Wednesday, we'll talk about tax fraud. Okay, we also, again, our Fun Friday, also Monday Sports Talk. If you all are interested as a fan, you want to rah-rah with us, be one of our special guests, you know a little bit about sports, we welcome you. You can be a special guest, you can be an intern, or a sponsor. You can actually sponsor these segments, sponsor any of our shows. I'll give you the information in a minute, but we would love to have you all on. There are a lot of people here that are into a lot of great things for our community, for our nation, for our world. And you may have something to contribute to, FYI, for your information. We're talking about a lot of things. We cover a lot of things, all the information we can, no matter what the genre, great subject matter. We just would love to have people on that are ready and able to motivate and inspire and energize our community, our nation to rise above mere survival and find success. We are looking to have some great shows, and we can do it with you if you all would participate and be a part of what we're doing. Make sure you just inbox us, and you can call 757-714-7800. or you can email FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. That's FYI Radio Show Live. I'm sorry, this is wrong. FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. Contact us like that. Inbox us right here or call our number or make sure you give us an email and everything, a shout out. Put it in the chat even if you like, right here where you are, whatever platform you're on. I wanted to mention our sponsors, Bulvic Academy, www.bulvic.academy.com. Check out the things that we have for the community, for our schools, parents, teachers, students, our anti-bullying information blog, our books. Bullying is right underneath your nose. The Diary of a Former Bully and Bulvic the Game, Bulvic. Make sure you check out that website. If you look in up here on the right, you'll see Bulvic is Bulvic. Check it out, www.bulvicacademy.com. And these are so many resources for family and schools and kids, community, our anti-bullying initiative, and resources that can definitely help your family and your child. Okay, don't forget, Beard Gods is another sponsor, BEARDGODZ. Check it out. Mr. Chris Hinton is the entrepreneur that started this company, and please check it out. It's Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ. We want to thank them for their support, thank them for riding with us, and thank them for paying for radio time and all that good stuff, and for our platform. We really appreciate them, and we shout them out. Again, our contact information is FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. If you want to reach out, if you want to say hi, if you want to make suggestions for some better shows, if you feel like we need to do a little bit more of this, and this, make sure you contact us or give us a call if you want to be a special guest, 757-714-7861. What is this? Is that 3? I can't even read some of that. Let's see, where else can we find? Is that I think it's, I'm gonna spell it MEGNICKLEDGE. I think it's, y'all forgive me in my eyes because I can't see some of this stuff. It's going by so fast. Is that Yasmin? Hello, good morning. Love, love, love to you and all you all that are on. Thank you for joining us. We're going to see you on Wednesday, and make sure you tap into our show at 6 p.m. FYI After Dark if you get a chance. Like, share, and comment. And tell us who you rooting for. Rah, rah. You know, some people, they're fans of the NFL, which we cover and we have in this season. But, you know, the NBA, some of them are kind of like, they'll look at it, but they're not really rah, rah, fans like that. There are many that are, but we find that people are really into the NFL game. So anyway, we are going to be covering the NBA. We're going to be covering the WNBA, the playoffs and things like that. And we want you all to make sure you join us. You know, you all are a blessing to us. We thank you so much for taking your precious time, honey, and coming and being a part of what we do. Is this C-Dub? Good morning, C-Dub. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. We got, wow, Francis. Good morning, Winnie. How are you? Winnie, what are you doing? Let's get together. Let's connect, young lady. Let's see. It's just a lot of folk on. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Make sure you say something in the chat so later on I can acknowledge and send you a love and a nice note. So look, You all be blessed. I want you to have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you're in that area where the weather is getting really bad or treacherous or whatever, make sure you stay safe and make sure you do like our weather people are telling us to do certain things. Make sure you, if you have a lot of wind that's going to stir up. In some places above us, they're talking about 70 miles per hour wind. Make sure you hunker down everything, all your equipment, everything that's outside, and then, oh my goodness, be prepared because sometimes, oh, and I'm talking from experience, sometimes when the weather is treacherous, it will take out your electricity and it will sometimes do damage if it's like thunderstorms, lightning storms, and things like that. They'll do damage to TVs and all kind of electronic things. You got to make sure you listen when people telling you that it's going to be a little bit dangerous. Sometimes they do get it wrong, but a lot of times, and most of the times, they get it right. So make sure you pay attention to that as well. So look, we're going to see you all soon. We want you to have a wonderful, blessed, and beautiful day. I wanted to mention one more thing before we go, and that is my music. You all can go where music is sold anywhere. The newest one is Make It All Right, my newest single, Make It All Right. You can get that online wherever music is sold. The theme song, that's the instrumental, but you can go and get Where I Am Now, one of the songs that I written and produced, and I sing. It's online everywhere. Just Google Yolanda Hinton, go to iTunes, anywhere where music is sold, and you can get the music. One more thing, there's a game called Bulvic, Bulvic, which it's a game app and you can find it on iTunes and you can find it on Google Play. Just go ahead and put Bulvic, Bulvic in, and boom, it's going to be there. You can download it and let your family, your children enjoy this great game. So it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your support. I hate to go because there's so many people that come on chiming in, and you all are just a blessing. So we're going to see you in a little bit. We're going to say goodbye over here to, let's say goodbye to our Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all these folks. TikTok, I'll probably just stay in for a minute. Jacob, Hunter, good morning. I'm going to go with our other platform. Let's stay on Facebook. Now, I'll stay on TikTok just for a minute or two, okay? So bear with me, TikTok. Don't you go nowhere. All right. So you all over here have a wonderful, wonderful day.